Welcome to Lydia's Lunch Bunch, Western Maine edition with Mark and Pam, where we spotlight the people, businesses, and stories shaping communities in Oxford, Norway, South Paris, West Paris, and beyond. We're expanding the conversation while keeping the same mission, highlighting the people making a difference in our region. Feel free to share your comments, questions, or suggestions via email at podcast@lydiamediallc.com.
Today's show is brought to you by Ruper's Beverage and Redemption. When it comes to beer, wine, and spirits, don't botch it, squatch it. At 4 locations in Lewiston, Auburn, and Oxford. Learn more at rupersbeverage.com. And remember, the party starts at Ruper's.
Coming up in just a bit, we'll play our interview with Heath Poland, who is the president of Flanders Electric in Norway. Heath bought the company only 6 years into his electrical career.
Oh, wow.
And has a great story about him working near a transformer prior to the Oxford Fair, where I believe he said he saw God.
That sounds interesting.
Yes, yeah, you'll want to check that out. So we'll play that for you coming up in just a bit. But before we get there, let's take a look at some headlines for Wednesday, July 22nd.
The Lewiston City Council voted 6-1 to remove David Chittum as council president. In a July 6 meeting, Chittum announced he was exploring funding opportunities to potentially reverse the council's decision to eliminate the Director of Economic Development position. The council voted unanimously to elect Ward 1's Joshua Najin as its new president.
The Sun-Journal reports that one person had to be escorted out of a tense Auburn City Council meeting. The council voted 5-2 in favor of a safe syringe exchange ordinance, which will govern how any exchange program operates in the city. Some residents expressed interest in bringing a syringe exchange program ban forward through a public referendum.
The City of Lewiston will begin infrastructure improvements in the Tall Pines Drive area on Monday. Temporary detours along with on- and off-street parking restrictions will be in place. The city is asking folks to use caution when traveling through the area.
And Beyond the Badge is scheduled for tomorrow from 3 to 7 p.m. at Simard Payne Memorial Park in Lewiston. The event will give attendees an opportunity to meet first responders, explore service vehicles, and enjoy live music. There will also be plenty of activities for kids. Admission is free, and all are welcome. Now it's time for the weather.
Rain or shine, it's all okay. Grab your uke and start the day. You don't need perfect skies above. Hey, just a song and a little love.
Cloudy skies and rain today with sunshine breaking through later this afternoon. We'll have a high of 82 and a low of 63. Sunny tomorrow with a high of 77 and a low of 56. Sunny on Friday with highs in the low 80s in time for our kickball tournament.
That's right.
Woo!
And it looks like it's going to be beautiful on Saturday as well.
We'll take it.
So a great stretch of weather heading our way. In sports, the Red Sox and Baltimore Orioles were rained out last night. They'll play a split doubleheader today at Fenway Park. First pitches are scheduled for 1:30 and 7 p.m.
We have to hold off on that tying the record thing.
Oh, I know.
Today.
Yeah, they get a good pitcher going for the 1:30 game. They get Jake Bennett on the mound, so things are looking good for a record-tying 15-game win streak for the Sox. Mm-hmm. That's your news, weather, and sports. And right now it's time for the podcast segment that is Sweeping the Twin Cities. It's time for Famous People Birthdays.
They're famous. It's their birthdays. It's famous people birthdays. It's famous people birthdays.
Let's take a look at FPBs for July the 22nd, shall we?
Yeah, look at this one.
Pam's excited about this one. We're going to start off with Selena Gomez, who is 34 years old today. She's an actress, a singer, a songwriter, a businesswoman, and producer. She began her career as a child actress on Barney and Friends.
I did not know that.
Me neither. You know the big purple dinosaur?
Oh, I remember.
That's the one. And then she became a teen idol for her leading role as Alex Russo on Wizards of Waverly Place. And then she recorded some albums, starred in TV shows and movies, and she also holds multiple Guinness World Records, including being the first person to reach 100 million followers on Instagram. She has the most liked image on Instagram, which was a Coca-Cola ad in 2016. And she also received the most likes for an actor on Facebook, with over 61 million likes on her official Facebook page.
All right. People like her.
Yes. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
She's also a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador and advocates for mental health and equality. And she founded the cosmetic company Rare Beauty, which was valued at $2 billion.
$2 billion at 34 years old.
Selena's doing pretty well for herself.
She's doing all right.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would want 1 million followers on Instagram, though. That's too many people.
It's a lot. Actor and comedian David Spade is 62 years old today. He was on Saturday Night Live from 1990 to 96. Then he played Dennis Finch on the sitcom Just Shoot Me from 97 to 2003. He's also been on 8 Simple Rules and Rules of Engagement. Also, a successful movie career. He's known as Joe Dirt. Please tell me you saw that movie.
I did, but
Not a fan?
that's not what I would name as my first movie for David Spade.
Really? What would that be?
I mean, Tommy Boy, right there at the top for sure.
Okay.
I loved him actually in The Emperor's New Groove. He did a voice of the llama.
Yes, he voiced Kuzco.
Yes. And have you seen the movie The Wrong Missy? Ugh. Hilarious.
I always thought he was best known for Joe Dirt, or being Joe Dirt, because that's the one he stars in. I mean, Tommy Boy and Black Sheep are like Chris Farley movies.
It's true.
He's like the sidekick in that one.
It's true.
Actor John Leguizamo, 66 years old today. He played Luigi in the Super Mario Brothers movie that came out in 1993. I would not recommend anyone watch that movie. It is horrific. But he did redeem himself with a bunch of others, like To Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar, that came out in 1995. He was also in Carlito's Way, and The Pest, and Moulin Rouge, and John Wick. He's in the John Wick movies. And he also voices Sid the Sloth in the Ice Age franchise. Actor Willem Dafoe, 71 years old today. He was in Platoon, that came out in 1986. He also portrayed Jesus Christ. That's a big ask, isn't it, of any actor?
Right?
I want you to play Jesus. He portrayed Jesus Christ in Martin Scorsese's The Last Temptation of Christ. That came out in 88. And he's been in just a bunch of movies. He played the Green Goblin in Spider-Man.
Creepy.
Yes, he was in The Boondock Saints with Maine comedian Bob Marley in 1999. And Mississippi Burning, To Live and Let Die in L.A., and a bunch more.
He's done a few things.
I
will say,
things.
he is the scariest looking actor I know.
He's got a very distinctive face.
He sure does.
Yeah. Singer Don Henley, 79 years old today, founding member of the Eagles. Are you a fan of the Eagles, Pam?
Not really.
No, me neither.
Yeah.
I could take them or leave them.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Same.
But you know all the big hits: Witchy Woman, Desperado, Best of My Love, Hotel California. Heard that's a good tune. And the list goes on.
You haven't heard it yet?
I'm looking into it. Don also launched a very successful solo career that includes the songs Dirty Laundry, The Boys of Summer, All She Wants to Do Is Dance, and a whole lot more. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1998. Actor and comedian and director Albert Brooks is 79 years old today. He received an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor for his performance in the comedy drama Broadcast News in 1987. He's also appeared in Taxi Driver, Private Benjamin, and Unfaithfully Yours. And he also voices Marlin in Finding Nemo and Finding Dory. Danny Glover rounds out FPBs for today. He is 80 years old.
Oh, big 80.
Yes, his film acting debut came in Escape from Alcatraz in 1979, then rose to fame in the late 80s for playing Roger Murtaugh in the Lethal Weapon film series. And at 80 years old, Danny Glover is officially too old for this Those are your FPBs. Now it's time for some OTDs. It happened on this day. It happened on this day. It happened on this day.
15 years ago, in 2011, Captain America, the First Avenger, was released. I have never seen it.
Me neither. That's the one Chris Evans stars in that one. And it's got an 80% rating on the Rotten Tomatoes.
Is that where you go to look up how people think of movies?
Oh, no. I only looked them up for content for the show. But usually...
Just to let everybody know, because we know that Mark's not watching it, no matter what.
So Sherry and I are on a shark movie kick now.
Is this what you usually do? Pick themes and then you're like...
Well, we learned it was Shark Week. I think it was last week or the week before was Shark Week. So we went on Tubi and we just searched for the word shark. And there are like 60, 70 shark movies.
Really?
And about 50 of them are low budget. So that's our jam. So
Mark's in his haven of movies.
Recently, we watched a film called Jaws of the Shark. A mad scientist made a half-man, half-shark.
Oh, my goodness.
And this half-man, half-shark goes in the woods and finds a chainsaw and...
That sounds ridiculous.
Goes about his business.
How can you even get through 15 minutes of that? I'm surprised they could use Jaws in the title.
Yeah, us too. There's also our next movie that we're going to watch probably this weekend is called Sharks of the Corn.
Oh, my
goodness. Yeah, it's exactly what it sounds like. Sharks invade a cornfield.
Let's move on.
Let's move on.
18 years ago in 2008, Golden Girls Estelle Getty died 3 days short of her 85th birthday. Oh, she was hilarious. Weren't her and the woman that played her daughter like the same age, essentially?
No. Like, she played B. Arthur's mom on the show.
Yeah.
She was younger than B. Arthur. God. And she was also the first to die out of all the Golden Girls. Isn't that crazy?
That is so crazy. Anyway, 32 years ago in 1994, O.J. Simpson pleaded absolutely 100% not guilty to double murder charges.
I'm glad he pleaded 100% not guilty because it's the 95% not guilty that really concerns me when people plead
worried.
that.
Yeah.
I also like when people say something is 100% free. That's my other favorite. I hate it
I'll be 100% honest with you.
Yes. I hate when something's 98% free.
35 years ago in 1991, Rob Lowe married Cheryl Burkhoff. Today is their 35th anniversary.
Oh, my goodness.
Pretty impressive with considering all the things he's been through as well, right?
Yeah. And she's an actress. Yeah. So they're both in the same field, which is, I think, even more impressive.
Yeah, 100%. 100% impressive.
100% impressive.
Something can be partially impressive, though.
Yes, absolutely.
35 years ago in 1991, Jeffrey Dahmer was arrested in Milwaukee. Police searched his apartment and found, well, we'll spare you the details. Dahmer died in prison at the hands of a fellow inmate 3 years later. 92 years ago in 1934, bank robber John Dillinger was shot to death by federal agents outside Chicago's Biograph Theater.
I did a bit of research on this, and we can thank John Dillinger for helping to create the FBI.
Really?
Yes. He was accused of robbing 24 banks and 4 police stations and also escaped prison twice. J. Edgar Hoover, at the time, was the director of the Bureau of Investigation, which was called the BOI. Boy! And I couldn't help it. He used Dillinger as justification to evolve the BOI into the Federal Bureau of Investigation, what we now know as the FBI. They developed more sophisticated investigative techniques as weapons against organized crime.
Interesting. So he was FBI's first most wanted?
Well,
he was shot to death, so...
Yeah, he was shot to death, so I think it formed after
Gotcha.
Dillinger.
133 years ago in 1893, Catherine Lee Bates, a professor at Wesley College, wrote the original version of her poem, America the Beautiful. She was inspired by the view from Pikes Peak in Colorado.
It's a wonder she wasn't in downtown Detroit. I don't think the song would be the same.
No, I don't think so. No.
There's also
a little different.
There's also a statue of Catherine at the Falmouth Public Library in Massachusetts. If you're ever there and you want to check it out. Those are your FPBs and OTDs for July the 22nd.
Whether you want a sit-down meal or a grab-and-go, Pat's Pizza in Auburn offers delicious sandwiches, pasta, salads, and pizza at family-friendly prices. Pat's Pizza, serving the LA area since 1985. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 85 Center Street in Auburn. Online at patsauburn.com.
Looking for a vehicle but don't love the car shopping experience? At K&R Auto Sales on Center Street in Auburn, Frankie Campbell is known as your friend in the car business. That means no pressure, honest conversations, and helping you find the right vehicle for your budget and your life. Stop by K&R Auto Sales today and see how easy buying a car can feel when you've got a friend on your side. Taking the show on the road once again to Western Maine, it's Mark and Jacey with Lydia's Lunch Bunch, Western Maine edition. And we first and foremost want to thank Nancy Cushman for offering her space to us here today at Speedway Inc. We're in her boardroom where Jacey and I make official business decisions. Big time decisions.
Yes, at this big table with these big comfy chairs.
That's right. We are currently occupying 3 of the chairs because we are joined by a very special guest. We are joined by Heath Poland, who is the president of Flanders Electric. How are you, Heath?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Excellent. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
And I know it was kind of last minute too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were scheduled for August or something like that. And then yesterday, day before, whatever.
Well,
we're go with the flow.
Certainly appreciate your flexibility in your schedule. What can you tell us about Flanders Electric? What's it all about?
We're a full-service electrical contracting firm serving the majority of Western Maine. I'm currently doing a project in Upton, Maine. I'm also doing a bank remodel in Scarborough. So we go a long ways in between. We sell and service Generac Generators, as well as do a ton of commercial maintenance.
And you have been with the company how long?
I started in June of 2000, so 26 years.
26 years, and what inspired you to pursue a career in the electrical field?
Honestly, flunking out of physical therapy school.
Really? That sounds like a story.
Yeah, no, it was a story, all right.
Anything you want to share?
Oh, no, it was just, I went to Telstar in Bethel, so I graduated with 40-some kids, and then I went to NIU in Illinois, and I had like 400 people per class, which that just turned into more partying than schooling.
Yeah.
And then I had to come home. My parents said, you need to do something, so I had the CM book, flipped through it, said electrical. I'm like, that looks fun.
Good enough.
Let's try that.
Yeah.
And here we are.
What types of services does Flanders provide?
We're a full-service electrical firm. I mean, we go into little old Betty's house and replace a light switch, and I wire for the majority of the businesses in the Oxford Hills area.
So residential, commercial, anything?
I just don't do industrial. Like, I don't, that's a whole nother ball of wax.
Okay.
And then half my company is standby generators with Generac.
Yeah, which is something I could have used last Friday because Central Maine Power cut off my power on purpose.
No.
You must have heard about that. Yeah, they didn't tell us. They told us that our power was out, and they told us when it might come back, but they never told us that they were going to shut it off in the first place, which was great. Yeah. My wife and I are sitting in the kitchen going, I guess we're cave people now. You learn a lot about your spouse or your significant other when the power goes out.
Correct.
It's just like slow Wi-Fi, right?
Exactly.
You learn a lot about a person.
No different than COVID.
You're right. Yes. Absolutely. So tell us how you started at Flanders in the year 2000, Heath, and how you worked your way up to president.
In 2000, I had a person that I knew that was knew me looking. No, Leslie was looking for a helper, and the person I knew said, "Hey, you ought to reach out to him and see what he has to say." So I did. I reached out. He said, "Sure," because I had a degree in it, but I hadn't worked in the field for a year. And I'm like, all right, we'll reach out. So I went and never forget, they still make fun of me about it, because when I went for my interview, I think at that time we had 4 or 5 people working at Flanders, and it was Leslie, his wife, his son, and his brother, so it was a very tight-knit group. And then and I walk into the office and I wear a suit. I don't know, I'm 18 years old. I feel like going for a job interview. You look for the job interview or whatever. And so I went in and they gave me the job or whatever. And my parents will tell you I struggled to take the job because I was working for a different company, but I was working 100 hours a week. So I took a massive pay cut to start this career. And I didn't want to, because at 18, you're like, all I just want to do is make money. Couldn't see the forest through the trees.
Right.
But
You just got to get through the weekend.
yeah,
Right.
but my parents kicked and thrashed, so I ended up going to work there in 2000. And then I was just a helper. And then from there, you got to get your journeyman's license, and then from there, you get your master's license. Well, in 2000, I didn't know anything. In 2007, I bought it. So,
Wow.
me being an actual electrician, very minimal amount of time.
Wow.
I think I was lucky enough that electrical was my widget. I think truly I'm an entrepreneur at heart. I just think my widget happens to be electrical. I think if I was a plumber, I would own a plumbing company. I think if I was some other thing, I would own that. I think, I truly believe you're either a leader or you're not. People are born that way. And a lot of people tell you, I'm only happy if I'm miserable. So
I think my dad is one of those people.
yeah.
My dad has two settings. He's either angry or is about to be angry.
Right. But I mean, there are drawbacks to that. I mean, I'm 48 years old and I had a heart attack in November. So, I mean, there's positives and negatives to doing this kind of stuff. So,
Yeah. Did that change you?
yeah, dramatically.
How so?
It changed me in the aspect of what's important and what's worth getting stressed over and what's not worth getting stressed over. So, I live for today
Yeah.
a lot more than I did before.
That is quite a wake-up call.
Yeah.
I used to work for the Dempsey Center in Lewiston.
Yep.
And I was the media coordinator there, so I had the privilege of interviewing cancer patients.
Yep.
And no one has their priorities in life in order more than a cancer patient, or
Yeah.
I think someone in your case
Yeah.
who recently stared death in the face.
Yes. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Vivid, understanding day before, day after.
Yeah. Right.
Thought process is different.
What are some of the qualities you have, Heath, that makes you a good leader?
I think I care about all of my people as much as I do myself. Well, in fact, one of my biggest issues is I hate conflict, despise conflict. So I shoulder issues more than deal with issues. So from a worker standpoint, that's great because I just bite my tongue and move on. But we're working through that to some extent. I care about the community aspect of things. So I think that helps in the community as far as community leadership aspect goes. So those are the big ones. The average worker that works for me, I think, is 7 or 8 years right now, so I have very little turnover in people, so I like that. So I think that's a sign I must be doing something right.
Speaks volumes about not only
Yeah.
the business, but you as a leader as well. Is leadership something you aspired to do when you were younger, or do you think it was something you were born
I think
with?
so. I think I was always, I wanted to better myself. I always wanted to do the next thing. I remember when I was in high school, college, somewhere there, I worked in Hannaford. I worked there for, I think, a year and some months. And in that time, I worked in every single department. So, I was fully trained to work anywhere in the department because the more you know, the more valuable you are. Right. That's what I try to tell my people, learn everything. We do a lot everywhere, from simple stuff to complicated stuff.
Yeah. Where are your employees coming from? Are they going to trade school? Are they coming to you? Are some coming to you with no experience?
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now, the trade schools in electrical are fantastic. The amount of kids that are coming out. The demographics for licensed electricians, not so great because they're all older.
Yep.
So until we get a new license, we can't hire a helper because the way our ratios are, it's 1-to-1 or 2-to-1, depending on some caveats to that. So I can get a trade school kid come beating on my door hard right now like I've never seen before in the last 20 years. But unfortunately, I have no room because I have no electricians. So we're in this like weird swing right now. Because once you get through it and like it just flows, it will flow. But right now we're bridging the gap of nobody wanted to be an electrician to now everybody wants to be an electrician. I mean, I think... I don't know what the demographics have changed or whatever, but trades seem to be a big thing now. Like far less kids want to go off and spend $100,000 for an education. They want to go to work more.
Funny how that is now, isn't it?
Oh yeah, but then trying to find the ones that actually understand what work is dramatically different. I mean,
Sure.
Currently, I would take a 50-year-old over a 20-year-old any day of the week right now. But,
No offense, Jacey.
Yeah, it's okay.
And does the free community college aspect
I think that does have
a positive impact on your business?
I think that 100% does. Having them have the opportunity to further themselves without shelling out of pocket.
Right.
Just before I left here, I got my daughter's first educational bill. Oh, right.
What are folks calling you for nowadays in the summer months over at Flanders?
Everything.
Yeah.
I mean, we're doing some commercial build-outs. When I was leaving, someone was calling because their AC in their window is tripping their house, something like that. That's because you went out and bought the biggest air conditioner you possibly could find. They'll plug into an outlet.
Yeah.
Your house just doesn't handle it, you know. So with this extreme heat, like the nuisance calls, they're not nuisance calls, but the just people are not understanding how electricity works is the biggest caveat we're dealing with right now. And then we had some storm damage from the storm that blew through the other day. So I'm looking at, I'm pricing out a campground right now. So there's a little bit of everything.
Learning how electricity works.
Yeah.
How long did that take you?
A while. I mean, because when I went to school for it, I didn't know anything. Looking back at it, the majority of, like, if you go to an electrical program in a college, mine's electrical, mechanical, in applied science or something like that. So mine is heavy in stuff that has nothing to do with wiring a house. So working through the weeds to get down to the nitty gritty was something, but it was the hands-on learning that really helped me.
Whenever we interview someone who is involved in the trades, one of my favorite questions to ask is, what is one of the most memorable experiences you've had at a customer's house?
At a customer's house, all right.
Or if you have a better story,
I mean,
commercial.
The one
venue?
that reminds me the most is right out back here at the fairgrounds. I was up in a bucket truck working on a light or whatever, and I didn't pay attention, and I hit a transformer thing, and I blew a transformer right beside me.
Oh, man.
Yeah, sparks are flying everywhere. People come on me because it was loud. I mean, it loud. Wow. I mean, I don't know if you've ever been on the street and seen a transformer blow or whatever, but
No.
yeah, I mean, that was dumb
Did you see God?
for a second.
Yeah.
In a flash. And when it happened, I dropped down in the bucket, so everybody thought I was dead. And it was a to-do.
Oh, wow.
So that's my most memorable thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was following safety protocols, and I had all my stuff on, so it's fine, and I'm perfectly fine. But if you ask me, that's my most memorable electrical moment for me personally.
Was that the end of your workday?
No.
No.
Nope.
Got back up there, finished the
I
job.
finished what I was doing.
Yeah. Amazing. What's the worst DIY project you've ever seen?
We were doing a camp. I think it was on Norway Lake, and we had to put an outlet in, and for a microwave. And God love them. I still don't know. We have it. I think we still have it at the shop. They took an extension cord and plugged it in on one side of the door, and it went down across the threshold and up to the other thing, and they put nails all the way through the extension cord to hold it down. And it was that way for some years. And I mean, it's riddled with nails. How that ever, I wouldn't dare do it. And I know what I'm doing. It just, so that was one of ooh, okay.
Yeah. Did you have the heart to tell them?
I definitely did. I'm like,
I think you have to in your position.
Yeah,
right?
understand what you. I said, was it plugged in when you did that? Yeah. I'm like, okay.
Oh my goodness.
Little tiny metal nails all the way. It's crazy. Like we have a display case at my counter for my store, and we have all the things like that we find, or outlets that like burned out, or just the scary stuff that we put on display. So talking points for people.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Conversation pieces
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah. Tell us about these Generac generators, Heath, because I am a homeowner and I'm intrigued by them. There are a few people on my street that have them. And I was thinking about the other night when we lost power. Like, if I had one of those puppies,
they're great.
we wouldn't have skipped a beat.
Yeah, no, I mean, the good thing about them, they're fully automated. So once we get them installed, they just sit there. They run on their own once a week just to exercise the time or whatever. And then your power goes out. You sit there in your chair and you wait. All right, it's been about 35 seconds. You hear it start. Okay, runs for about 15 seconds. And your lights come back on. You turn the TV back on.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
And they power the whole house.
It all depends.
Okay.
You know, there's a variety of sizes depending on what you want. I mean, I think the current biggest one I've put in is 150 kW, I think, compared to the average house is probably 18 to 24 kW.
And what are we looking at for pricing on those?
It varies somewhere between 8,500 and up from there, plus propane. I don't know what the propane costs are. We don't do the propane. They run off propane.
I didn't know that. Okay.
So that's the fuel for them. So that's the good part about it. Unlike your regular generator when you pull out and the gas has gone bad because gas is horrible these days. The propane is just sitting there ready to go. So
Right. How are you looking right now as far as service? Like, are you set for the month?
for generator stuff, if they had a broken generator, we'd probably be there in a few days. We maintain probably, 2,500, 3,000 generators across the state currently. So we're still in the middle of changing oil and doing routine maintenance stuff. My electricians, that's a different story. We're a little backed up. We're probably, depending on the situation, 3 weeks out-ish.
Okay.
But all depends. You know, it's hit or miss depending on where some of our bigger stuff is. So
And what parts of Maine do you serve?
pretty much Western Maine. I'm doing one in Upton. I'm doing stuff in Scarborough. I have crews all over. I think I'm probably scattered between there today. You know,
What do you enjoy most about serving this community?
I personally like to better the community as much as possible. You know, any way I can help promote it, do what I can. I like being here. People. That's why I try to give back as much as I can.
Can you give us some examples there? And do you pass that on to your employees? Like that way of thinking?
I try to. I try to get them involved in some stuff. You know, I've definitely done some community projects where I'll take my staff and go over and give a hand here or there, or donate stuff to different things.
Is a lot of your staff from this area as well, or?
Yeah, I think we're basically Mechanic Falls to Bethel, somewhere in that range on the 26 corridor. It's basically where we all live.
And for folks interested in pursuing a career in the electrical field, should they contact you, or are you set for staffing now?
Right now, I have no room.
Yeah.
And I get bombarded daily with kids looking for work.
Yeah.
And I feel bad because I would love to try to train more people or whatever, but until I can get another license, I can get one. So like every 3 to 5 years, I get a license, and then I can add one. You know, and then it all depends on demographically what's going on in the thing. And I mean, the majority of my electricians are late 20s, early 30s. Then I have a few of us that are older, but staff, I have a good staff right now.
Yeah.
So
Sure, you're set.
and it's one of those, because of heart attack, I got zero interest and keep going. You know,
Yeah.
I'm good maintaining for
Gotcha.
a while.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Heath, what's the most common misconception about your line of work?
For kids coming into it, they just think we're going to wire this outlet over here. We're going to stayed 9. But no, we dig ditches, we're crawling in attics, we're crawling under houses. Can be a nasty job on top of it. We work out in the weather.
Do you have a favorite tool you feel like you can't live without?
My handy flashlight. It's in my pocket all the time.
There we go.
That and my phone.
Yeah.
For me, it's rare I'm picking up a screwdriver.
Right.
Just being honest.
You've earned it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've paid your dues. Yeah. Heath, is there anything else about Flanders Electric that you would like our listeners to know before we move on to our final segment?
I think the one thing that the majority of people don't realize is we have a store front where we will sell electrical supplies, because it's my product that I need for daily processing, but the building I bought lended itself to having a store. So that's about the one thing that the majority of people don't know, but it's not like I advertise it either, because I don't care if it sells, I don't care if it doesn't sell, I need it to work. So.
All right, and where can folks go online to learn more about Flanders?
What is our website? I think generatorsmaine.com.
Dirigo Federal Credit Union is proud to call Lewiston Auburn home. Whether you're buying a house, saving for the future, or growing your business, we're here for you, right where you live. Visit dirigofcu.com and feel the difference of a credit union that truly knows LA.
Heath, as I warned you before we started recording, we close out the show with a segment called 3 Random Questions, where Jacey and I will ask you questions that have nothing to do with your chosen field.
All right.
We're just trying to get to know you a little better.
Yeah.
Cool?
Yes.
All right. Heath, putting your professional skills aside, what could you teach someone to do today with 100% certainty?
Probably to swim. When I was a kid, I did lifeguard school, and I taught swim lessons and things like that. So I have a pool at my house, so I teach kids, how to properly do a breaststroke and some of those things. So, and I enjoy doing it. So that's probably the one oddball thing that I could say I could teach someone how to do.
If you could design a video game about anything, what topic would you choose?
Video game about anything. Now that's a random question.
We specialize in those.
Yeah.
How to text with punctuation and capitalization.
Thank you.
Because if I could somehow teach that to kids, it would make my life so much easier.
I just want to look for a second, because Jacey and I have been texting.
All right, I knew you were going to bring it up. I knew it earlier when I sent it too. I was like, no, he's definitely got to say something about this.
I will buy that video game for you.
No, I actually am pretty good about it. That one I was in a rush, and I was just like, whatever. I got something to say.
All right.
I'm going to be honest, mine are horrible. So
Yeah.
I would have to play the game myself. So.
Yeah.
All right, Heath, final question for you. If you could attend any concert or sporting event in history and have the best seats in the house, where are you going and
Coachella.
why? I'm sorry?
Coachella.
Yeah. Who's headlining?
I don't care. It's just and the only reason I say that is I worked in Nativa when Nativa was out here. And when I did that, I was there for the whole week or whatever. And the crew that was there went from there to Coachella, and they talked about it all week. And it's always just been, hey, I want to go there. So I will at some point between now and when I pass away. But that was high on my bucket list.
All right. Are you front row center partying? No?
Hard telling.
Okay.
I just want to go experience it. If I could experience from the backside, that's what I'd rather do. I mean, I've worked a bunch of concerts in my career, so.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah,
We could do another podcast on that.
Yeah.
That'd be great. I've been to a concert or two in my day.
Yeah.
I don't remember a lot of them, but I know I was there.
Yeah.
There's photographic evidence.
Yeah.
Heath, it's been a pleasure. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Hey, thank you.
All right, we appreciate you. He's Heath Poland, president of Flanders Electric.
Thanks to Ruper's Beverage and Redemption for sponsoring today's episode. If you're a business or nonprofit here in the Western Maine area and would love to join us on Lydia's Lunch Bunch, I'd love to connect with you. You can reach me directly at jacey@lydiamediallc.com. That's JACEY at lydiamediallc.com.